So I think when it comes to business, a lot of people feel like, business people or businesses are just very much focused on profits and they're obsessed with profits. And some people are, some businesses are, but not all are. And this isn't necessarily that important. I mean, if that's really your goal to make your business super profitable, then fine. But don't feel like just because you want to get into business and start a business that needs to be a main focus. Obviously, there are expenses that come with starting a business and you'll want to generate enough money to at least cover those expenses and pay yourself. But it's fine if that's not your main goal. And in this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about profits, because profiting doesn't necessarily need to be all about financial profit. That term profit isn't always tied to financial or monetary gain. So the term profit, the noun, can just mean gain or advance. And then the verb profit can mean to be of service, to advance, to gain, or to derive benefit. So there are tons of ways to make profit by starting and operating a business outside of financial profits, which are really important in my opinion as well. So how can you actually make gains, make advancements, or derive benefit from a business outside of actually making financial profit? Well, there are a lot of different ways, because there are a lot of benefits to starting and operating a business. A big gain or big advancement can come from just creating a lifestyle for yourself. Some people go into business because they're sick of working for someone else. They're sick of working certain hours. They're sick of having to travel for work. So they start a business to create that lifestyle they want, more flexible hours, maybe less time working and things like that. So that can be a huge benefit that can be derived from starting your own business, regardless of the financial benefit of that. For some people working as employees, maybe they're on the road a lot, they don't see their family a lot, they're, away from home a lot. And so you can really benefit by starting your own business when it comes to this. Now, another way you can make gains or derive benefit from starting a business would be the learning experience. It's one thing if you start a business, let's say as an electrician, and you're really good at doing the electrical work. Well, starting that business, you're going to learn a whole lot more outside of the actual trade. You're going to learn about business taxes and business insurance and business bank accounts and legal structures and invoicing and bookkeeping and all those different things that have to do with the startup and management of a business. So you're going to make gains and advancements and derive benefit here too, just from learning all these new things. Now, another advantage or benefit that you can derive from starting your own business is the tax flexibility. Now, typically when you are self-employed or you start a corporation, there's a little bit more opportunity to be strategic with your taxes, whether that's claiming, a portion of your vehicle usage or expenses for your home if you're working out of your home, or usage of your cell phone or computer or things like that. Or if you start your business as a corporation, you have the choice to pay yourself a salary or dividends or both. And so there's just more optionality, more, choices when it comes to tax strategy with a business. So that's another benefit that can be derived from starting a business. Now, another benefit that can be derived from starting a business would be control of the decisions. Maybe you're the type of person that just likes to do things your own way, when you want, how you want, why you want. That can be hard to do if you're working for someone else. So by starting your own business, you can gain that advantage of getting to make the decisions and kind of control the direction of the business, the branding of the business, the prices, the products, the services, the employees, even the customers and the clients to some degree as well. Now, another benefit that can be derived from setting up your own business is the growth potential. If you're working for someone else, sure, you can get a raise, you can get a promotion, you can move up in the company, but there's a ceiling on growth. Whereas with starting your own business, you can, expand to have 100 employees, you can have 10 locations, you can serve 80 different countries, whatever that may be. There's really unlimited potential when it comes to growth of the business. Even if you don't really care to grow it in that sense of, multiple locations and employees and stuff, there's still lots of different ways to grow. That could be just offering different products or services or things like that. And now one other way in which you can derive benefit from starting a business would be building new relationships. Now, when you get into business, you're going to have to probably do some networking, collaborate with other businesses. You're going to meet new people as customers, clients, maybe different professionals that you're getting assistance from. It's pretty much unavoidable. You're going to meet new people and hopefully build new relationships. I can speak for myself that being in business, I've made a lot of great new connections, business professionals that I connect with and work with in different forms, people that I've become friends with, people that I can send my clients to, people that send clients to me. It's been a really good way to, actually expand my social life and meet new people. So again, just to summarize, Profit doesn't necessarily need to be about financial profit. It can be just gain, advancement, or deriving benefit in other forms as well. And with a business, there are tons of ways to derive that benefit or to profit without focusing on the financial aspect of things. So just keep that in mind, because it is easy sometimes to get caught up in the money, but there are so many other different benefits of starting and operating a business. So I hope this video was useful and insightful. If so, please click like, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel here, where I currently have almost 300 videos that cover business management and business startup topics.